But we did have a big weekend. The team actually had a little outing, if you will, a field trip, if you will. And I do want to mention that we're a man down today, and perhaps for the foreseeable future, BJG, Big Joe Greenstein, out for a little bit, got into an accident, unfortunately, and so we wish him the best. The show isn't the same without him. I'll tell you that much. He's a huge, massive part of the show. And so he is at home recovering, and we miss him dearly and hope that he makes a very speedy recovery so that he can come back and rejoin us. Really, really bummed, but glad that he's okay and will hopefully make a full recovery. Prior to him getting into an accident, unfortunately, this weekend, the whole squad went to the PFL on Friday at the Hulu Theater. Could you believe that? And not only did we go, it was my first MMA event live since March 2020, UFC 248. That was the card headlined by Israel Adesanya versus Yoel Romero, Las Vegas. Of course, I'd been to boxing, I'd been to wrestling, not MMA. And I do think we have to thank the good people at PFL. Been a long time since I went to an MMA event and just watched it, didn't work it. They rolled out the red carpet for us. They've got this VIP thing that they have people sit in the front. You get free food and all that stuff. It's not bad. It's not bad. Sitting there, up against the cage, taking it all in. It was a good time. So wanted to talk to the guys about their experience. Also, we have to recap our parlay. We're now 3-0. That's 3 weeks in a row. And weirdly enough, not hearing so much from the boo birds, the curse birds. Oh, you get one wrong. Oh, you're cursed. Oh, you don't know what you're doing. Oh, where are those people now? I mean, we're just crushing it. And a lot of people are saying it's because of Frank. Frank, how do you feel? 3 in a row.
I mean,
this is
pretty
big.
Exciting.
Massive. So let's start with PFL, shall we? We have the guys here. I mean, New York Rick was actually the lone member of the squad who didn't join us, but you were watching from afar. I heard somewhat jealous of the outing, yes?
Oh, I wish I was there, but I was working. The card that you were watching, I was working, but yes, I am jealous. I wish I was there. I have some friends there. It would have been.
Oh yeah, we saw Jeff. We saw Diego, the legend, PFL
guys.
Social. Yes,
We saw everyone.
Yeah,
we saw everyone. Everyone was there.
They
Who
were
else?
asking about you, Rick.
They were.
I'm gutted. I really wish.
They asked, why didn't you come? I mean, there was a media row there. They said, why didn't you come?
You could have put your
sat there.
laptop up there. You could have sat right in front of us.
You could have sat next to Liver King. We saw Liver King there.
Liver
he was
King
right next to the media section.
I mean, he stole the show. You have to preface that Liver King came in late. As he was walking down, people were mobbing him. You couldn't even see him, all the security around him. I was like, who is that? And then he gets to the bottom of the stairs and pops out Liver King, shirtless. No shirt on.
Full gimmick. Backwards hat, long hair, long beard, no shirt, super tan, just sitting there, chilling.
Looking great. Got the interview on air on ESPN Plus afterward and got mobbed. Dude, the guy probably took 100 pictures that night.
I thought it was amazing that he was so well received. People love it. I thought it was a little weird when Frank asked him for a selfie. I was like, wow, Frank, I didn't even know.
I had to call my shot.
Yeah, I didn't know that you were such a big fan of Liver King. So yes, everyone was there. Frank was there. His wife, his lovely wife was there. GC there, his roommate, Joe. Corporate Alex was there as well. And so this completes the Quarfecta? Is it a
Quadfecta?
Quadfecta.
Yeah,
So,
the 4, LFA, Bellator, PFL, and UFC.
okay.
All
Rank
in the
them.
last 6 months.
Rank them.
Rank them. UFC 1, PFL 2 by a mile because of our seats. You said food?
Yeah.
That was
An understatement.
putting it light. That was an understatement. Those were like.
Tell us, what do we have? What do we have?
Those were adores. What was it? The ribeye crostinis.
Yes.
Those were unbelievable.
What
The
else did we have?
sliders.
Sliders were really good.
Chicken quesadilla.
Super well done.
Cuts.
Yeah.
But the thing about the chicken quesadilla, there was like a cilantro crema sauce that went with it. This wasn't just like slapping some tortillas together.
It was good.
unbelievable. All you could eat, like mini Franks, the pigs in the blanket. They were.
It was flowing like water.
In between rounds,
Couldn't even
we were
breathe.
returning. Am I breaking down the fourth wall here? If I mention Anthony Pettis was just starting, his wife was sitting behind us.
No, go ahead. It's part of the experience.
Me and you were sitting in the corner, and we're like, "Hey, could I just get a slide?"
Yeah, I know.
She's like sweating bullets, so scared for her husband, and we're like, "Hey, I'll take another slider."
Yeah. Can you come over here with the sliders, please?
Sliders are fantastic. Spring rolls. All you can drink for those that indulge. Private bar, private bathrooms. I mean, it was top of the line. We were cage side too. I got pictures here.
What do we got?
Look at
that setup.
Seats. I mean, look at how close we were. I didn't know that about the PFL. They do like the 4 things like leading up over the cage.
What are you talking about? The 4
the
things?
Steel.
Oh, right there. Yeah.
And then we got the squad.
Squad there. Frank, look great.
Thanks.
Looks great, dude.
We have to mention on the left there. We have Frank's. You didn't blur out Frank's wife.
Why
I actually asked him. I said, "Do you want to keep the identity secret?" He goes, "No."
Wow, interesting.
Only concerned about himself. Very self-serving guy.
Yeah, they brought us out there. They gave us the passes. We were sitting in the front. I mean, we were really loving life. I got to meet Don Davis, who's like the president. I was being paraded around.
Yeah, exactly. That was the word.
Peter Murray brought me to the front. I saw Faraz. I saw OAM, Pride of Montreal. Got the stamp to the finals. I think everything was great. Would it be fair to say everything was great, but the fights were a little bit?
Fights were a little lackluster. Yeah.
That first fight.
The first fight was sick. Rob Wilkinson, shout out.
Mm-hmm. Knee to the
OAM,
face.
shout out.
I'm sorry. I'm still blown away by that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marcelo Nunez getting
these
pushed
things happen.
into the car.
Knees get thrown to the face.
It only happened once,
right?
With such a consequence for the entire.
I have a question for Frank. Do you have a greater appreciation now of MMA now that you've seen it up close?
Yeah, I would say so.
Like something that may feel like a mundane move, like a kick to the stomach or a kick to the leg.
Hearing the pops and that's great. Yeah, seeing the red on the skin from how hard they got hit. I mean, I think the more that I watch, the more you pick up on those nuances where you could just feel how heavy they were just moving around the cage. Is like, geez, So it was definitely it's changed the scope of things.
Big Joe told me that the thing that really stuck with him was the length of the round. Like when you're sitting there and watching someone go 5 minutes. Yeah,
right.
Like, geez, this goes on forever. It never ends.
Speaking of going on forever, 2 things. One, the ambulance fiasco.
Oh my God! Tell us about this. Tell us about this. I mean, I've never seen this before.
Who was it? It was the Rob Wilkinson fight. They both get into the cage.
In the cage.
Everybody's hyped, ready to go. We're waiting for them to announce it, and then nothing happens, and they just kind of stand there. And I'm sure they were letting people know immediately on TV, but probably 3 or 4 minutes went by before they announced over the arena PA system, and they were like, "Yeah, we're waiting on an ambulance right now before we start the fight."
Second
so, like,
ambulance.
Yeah, second ambulance. So please just be patient. But yeah, that was
Now, I saw a lot of people giving PFL crap for this. I believe that's a New York State Athletic Commission blunder.
Well, the Athletic Commission with the Marcelo.
Yeah, Marcelo Nunez, who was supposed to be the second fight, gets pushed to the Postlim main event because they saw a birthmark on his arm, according to his coach, Captain Eric, who I also saw there, Captain Eric Albarracin, former friend and foe, now friend again of the program. And he told me that they had to call up the Nevada State Athletic Commission and ask them about it because he fought their contender series, and they said, no, he had it back then too. So then they cleared him. He fought at the end and ended up winning. So that was a weird one. The ambulance thing, I really felt bad for the fighters because they're, adrenaline, you're getting and you're literally standing there for 3-4 extra minutes just watching your opponent going back and forth like a caged animal.
Also a sober reality that one of them could need that second ambulance.
That's true. Yeah, I didn't even think of that, Frank.
I feel like that's it is reality. Joe hit the plus 1,000 parlay.
Nailed it.
Absolutely
nailed it. Speaking of which, there was an awkward moment. Should we discuss it? Where I think.
Oh no.
The Frank debacle.
I want to hear whatever this is. I want to hear it.
So GC's killing it. I mean, you won everything up until Pettis, correct?
Well, yeah, but I only had the one parlay, so I won the parlay.
What
guaranteed.
Was it?
It was
OAM,
Wilkinson. Rob Wilkinson. Nunez hadn't gone yet. I was just assuming he was going to win.
Yeah.
Small bets because PFL is dangerous. I was pretty much guaranteed a winning night at this point. Pettis loses, and I'm just kind of chilling there.
Wait, before you get to that point, though.
Sure.
So Connor's sitting to my left. He's wanting Pettis to win. Joe was sitting to my right, and he had picked Ray. So I made a joke about feeling like I was kind of being, like which side is going to be the celebration going to go on. Then Joe had gotten up before the fight ended. So I think it was, now you can pick up the story, but I had nobody to turn to on my right to be like high five. So this is
also,
what I did instead.
I did text the whole team, by the way, New York Rick. I told them, hey, like for this one, let's keep the cheering to a minimum because Pettis' wife is sitting right behind us. I mean, like you see the
gotta be appropriate.
Yeah, we have to be. I mean, we have to
order a few sliders, but don't jump out of your seat.
Order a few sliders. I mean, Frank at this point was on beer number 6, 7. I mean, he was stacking them. How many in total?
He had a
Frank?
Graveyard under his feet.
How many in total would you say, Frank?
Like 3, I think.
Yeah, right, 3.
It was 3 when there was
3
like
at one time. Yeah,
under his seat. All right, so yeah, Frank turns to me and he like consoles me, like puts his hand on my knee, looks me directly in the eye like a disappointed father or something, and he's like, "Hey man, I just wanted to say I'm really sorry about it." And I was like, "Come on, man." I was like, "Don't do that." I was like, "I didn't just lose my life savings. Like it's gonna be okay. Like you're making me feel like worse about."
You got really mad about this.
I wouldn't say I got mad.
Yeah. I thought you got mad. You were like, Frank, I don't need your condolences right now.
I don't think I said that aggressively. I was like, "Oh, come on, dude." I was like, "Don't do that." And I was like, "It's not that bad." And like I'm kind of laughing with him. Go ahead, Rick.
In the moment, I'm sure that's brutal, right? You don't want to think about the loss again because you're moving on. You're like, "This is small potatoes. We're moving on." And he's
I really wasn't that bothered. I really wasn't that bothered. But he was like consoling me like I just took like a heavy hit.
I get that. Now though, now that we've had some time to breathe, now that the loss is far behind us, we got a few extra dubs. Frank's just a good dude. He's just trying to. He's just.
Yeah, I even heard Ariel say, "Well, he's just trying to be nice."
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, yes, he was trying to be nice, and we kind of laughed it off, and we were joking around. The funniest part of the story is like 10 to 15 minutes later, he like comes up and gets like very man to man, one on one. He's like, "Hey man, I just wanted to apologize about." Sorry to you earlier.
He was apologizing for the apology?
It comes in twos.
Yes. I was like, dude, you don't have to do that, man. Let's just move on from this. Well, the thing is, he apologizes after the Anthony Pettis one, which like essentially didn't matter to me. It was a very small bet. But then Brian Ortega on my birthday, that like completely crushed me. I was like sitting dumbfounded for like 20 minutes after the fight. And, Frank just starts making shoulder jokes the entire way home, is just like laughing about it. He's just like, "Oh, whatever." Like, but then, we get the small potatoes and he's like consoling me, grabbing my name.
If you didn't have 9 beers in you, Frank, would you have said the same thing?
Yeah. Well, I mean, what I was actually upset about is that I don't know. I just misread the situation. I shouldn't have said anything.
I should have
maybe turned over to Pettis' wife.
I was going to say he's
Imagine you turned over to Pettis' wife.
I'm so sorry.
Hey,
She would have gotten
put your hand on her knee. I'm really sorry about what just happened.
Frank's a sensitive soul. I can appreciate it. Yeah. I mean, the Ortega heel turn, though, that changes my mind about it a little bit.
Just again, you had to be. He was like the whole ride home. He's like, "Don't trying to rub your shoulder out." I was just like,
it was just the way that UBS Arena like cleared out. I'm like, it was just bad.
Speaking of clearing out, everyone stayed for the post-limbs.
I didn't even know it was the post-limbs.
It was very impressive. They never really made the announcement, but first of all, the one thing I'll say is when you do shows on cable TV, it just doesn't flow as fast, right? There's so many commercial breaks. What I hate is the commercial break before they read the scorecard. I hate that because it just feels like it takes forever. Wilkinson had the best performance of the main card. Very happy for OAM. He's now going to fight Stevie Ray in the finals of the 155 tournament. So overall, I mean, nice little show for them. But then you get to the post-limbs. Everyone stuck around, A, because there were some local guys, but B, what was great about the post-limbs was no commercials, right? Those were just on Plus, and those felt like, they went by a little quicker. But overall, I have to say, like, Hulu Theater was packed. I don't know how many of those they were, giving away and how many were bought, whatever, but
I was shocked how many people were there.
Yeah, there was a nice little crowd. New York showed up. Well done. So, Frank, you enjoyed it?
I thoroughly enjoyed myself, so thanks again.
What did you... Okay, so you rank your shows.
To be honest, because of the seats and the turnout. I preferred the PFL to the UBS arena.
I mean, free food and everything.
But it was Conor's birthday at UBS, so they had a different feel.
It did have a different feel. We were all wondering, what's up with Pettis? What's up with Pettis? It just felt like he was stuck in neutral the whole time. And then we find out that he had 2 broken hands.
Yeah.
Per his Instagram. What do you think happens to Pettis now, Rick? Is he done?
No, I don't think he's done just because, I mean, if you're in the playoffs, why not try to run this back again next year? You know, breaks go a little bit better, literally, like your hands don't break, and you get to the finals. Like,
well, he announced
if I was Pettis,
he announced on Wednesday,
right?
Agent. That he's a free agent, gets paid a pretty penny. I do think he brings in eyeballs, right? People still like Pettis, but what's his record in PFL now? Like 1-4?
Yeah, 1-4.
Yeah. I would imagine that PFL has to get him at a different rate if they get him. But if I'm Pettis, I'd be angling to go straight back. Why not? Just keep running back in these tournaments. They seem like the fastest way to money at this point in MMA.
Well, look at the dudes who are in the finals, right? OAM.
Yeah.
Stevie Ray out of the game for 2.5 years. Wilkinson, right? And who am I missing? Who's the other guy that made it to the finals? From the 205. Akhmedov, yeah, who beat Josh Silveira. All these guys, all 4 former UFC fighters who are like on the bottom, and now they have a shot at $1 million. I saw, our friend Shaheen saying this, but he's 100% right. Like if you're a UFC fighter or an ex-UFC fighter who's deciding between like a Bellator and PFL, just for the ceiling, maybe not for the exposure, maybe not for the attention that you get, whatever, but just for the ceiling as to how much you can make in a calendar year, it's kind of a no-brainer, right? $1 million.
It's a quick, well, not only that, but I think people forget this because the focus is so much on the tournament check, but like you're also getting purses. Like it's not like it's just leading to $1 million. Like you're getting paid a good amount for your normal show and win purse or show purse, depending on how you've arranged that. And then you're getting a crack at $1 million. So yeah, I think if I was a UFC fighter in the 10 to 15 range, it's something I consider where I think about like, maybe this is somewhere I could have a quicker route to money. Now, again, money's not the only factor here, right? If you're a fighter in the 10 to 15 range, you may be thinking, okay, I can get into the 5 range and then I can get the championship. Like there's certainly different ambitions for different fighters. But if you're thinking dollars and cents, man, PFL's got an interesting appeal, I think, for fighters in that fringe.
All right, so that was Friday. We had a nice time. It was great. Unfortunately, we found out our friend got into an accident afterwards, so that kind of put a damper on everything afterwards. But we hope that he makes a speedy recovery and that all is well, and that it seems like he will do so. But scary stuff. We love you, Big J. Then we get to Saturday. And the freaking Parlay Boys hit. What's our group name, by the way? Parlay Pals? What's our name?
Pals,
I mean, we are Parlay Pals. And it started.
I thought it was ATM.
Oh.
Wow.
We're getting cocky now. We're getting super cocky. I mean,
my wife is always like, I just love when you say that.
Well, a great card that was, I thought maybe criticized a little too much by the likes of Conor and whatnot. I mean, you were just killing it on No Bets Barred and whatnot.
Yeah.
MMA history today reminded us, first event in 8 years that had a 100% finishing rate. It's now part of only 10 events in UFC history with 100% finishing rates. The other 9 cards, UFC 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, Ultimate 96, UFC 40, Tough 5 finale, and Fight Night 55. So all fights, all 10, right? All 10 fights on the card ended in a finish. And it was a very entertaining card, but of course the big story was Frank hitting it again, but this time Frank, first fight of the night, right? Or was it the first? No, second fight. Yeah, the first was third fight of the night.
Yeah.
Okay, it was early though.
Very early. He was also first to go in the parlay.
That's what I meant. Yes, that's what I meant. Your boy Brian Battle.
Yeah.
So you just watch and then you were able to put your feet up. Actually, weren't you at church or something?
Yeah, that was the problem.
So much for my
the fights to start very quickly, and they were not. So I'm actually at this church with my phone on, trying to watch.
Wow!
And
why were you at
church? So I went to a musical event. It was really nice. Thanks for asking. And at one point, because you guys were texting, I was getting too anxious about how is this going to turn out. I just turned my phone off, which I never do. Wow. So after the end of the show, when I turned my phone on and I saw that we had already hit 2, I was like, man, that totally is going my way. So.
I missed the Brian Battle thing happened so fast. I was at Citi Field, watching my Braves.
Good
get
weekend
destroyed by the Mets. Yeah, not great. I looked up to watch a pitch, and when I looked back down, Sada was on the ground. It was just.
I like this
so
battle character with his hair, calling out Ian Gary.
Dropped Pooh Bear too, supposedly.
He dropped what?
Did he really?
Yeah, he supposedly said afterward that he doesn't want to be called Pooh Bear anymore.
Really?
I thought the nicknames or something.
Maybe I'm spreading fake news. I read that somewhere on Twitter.
Well, it wouldn't be the first time fake news is spread. Frank comes in earlier today, New York Rick, and says, "Wow, did you hear the news? What do you think?"
I didn't say it like that. I assumed you already knew.
He said, "Oh, this is the best. I can't believe I'm 30 minutes into the show and didn't bring this up." He says Triple H announced that they're going back to WWF, not WWE. I was like, "Oh wow." I don't think that's true. I mean, there was a whole
World Wildlife Foundation.
Yeah, there was a whole lawsuit. But I was like, no, I saw it on Reddit. So I go on Google and I type this in, and it's like some BS website that says Triple H is changing WWE. But he was 100% certain that this was true. So I was like, no, this can't happen. Oh, I always thought it was, what did you think it was, WFF?
Yeah, I thought the WFF was the wildlife thing.
It was sort of like he was coming in here, and I appreciate it. By the way, I just want to let you know, I appreciate it. He was trying to make conversation. Like, oh, did you hear?
Yeah.
You know, water cooler talk. Did you hear Triple H? You know, he's changing it back to the WWF, which would be great. Never really liked WWE. And then on top of that, Connor then says he spent 45 minutes at lunch going down the rabbit hole.
No, not at lunch this morning. I had to go to the dentist this morning, so I got here extra early.
Tell me what you said.
Right.
Tell me what you said.
Someone tweeted a video of Bret Hart.
Yes.
Someone asking Bret Hart if he liked Bill Goldberg.
No, that's not what you said. That's all you said. You said Mike Goldberg super kicked Bret Hart. He said
was it Bill Goldberg?
Did you say Mike Goldberg?
I probably did say
you
Mike
said
Goldberg.
Mike Goldberg super. You said, I went down the rabbit hole of the Mike Goldberg Bret Hart story. I was like,
hold on.
Wait, well, what Mike Goldberg Bret Hart story?
Hold on, but it was just Bill Goldberg?
Yes, two different people.
That's the only thing that I mistake.
Yeah, there's a huge difference between Mike Goldberg and Bill Goldberg.
Okay, all right, okay. This is not as bad as I thought it was then.
Mike Goldberg in our world is somebody though. That's.
I just flipped two names. I mean, what are you, what are you going to do here? I thought it was just like completely false. What I was watching was just like not true at all. Okay, all right. I just messed up Mike and Bill.
Because you didn't even say the part about the super kick. You just said you went on the rabbit hole of the Mike Goldberg Bret Hart story. So then I was trying to think, like, what is he talking about? When Mike Goldberg was going to leave the UFC and go to WWE, there was a story where they were trying to recruit him. And then you mentioned the super kick. So I was like, oh, you're talking about Bill Goldberg.
But you never corrected him, yeah.
Well, I wanted to save it for the show.
You couldn't have corrected me. You wanted to sit on this for 45 minutes. Just
Connor's sitting there questioning reality.
I flipped the names.
Oh, so good. Well, both of you just, I appreciate
Freudian
both.
slip on me, you know?
I admit that I had the bigger screw on.
I appreciate both of you trying to watch pro wrestling and, you know.
No, I didn't try and watch pro wrestling.
You spent 45 minutes on Goldberg and Bret Hart.
Killing time.
Was it the A&E biography?
No, it was just random YouTube videos.
By the way, if you're looking for more on that story, A&E biography on Bill Goldberg, really good. Bret Hart still holds a grudge. And it is true.
Yeah,
he did end his career.
Yeah.
Kicked him in the head. Yeah. So
everything I said.
Except for the Bill
didn't
Mike.
Want to be like, oh, no, you mean Bill instead of Mike. And I would have said,
Too good.
Yeah, my fault.
Too good.
I mean, you were cackling.
Just picturing Mike Goldberg feuding.
I was dying. Well, first I was
picturing Mike Goldberg feuding with
Bret Hart.
Yeah, that's great.
I thought I was like saying something like the sky is purple. And like
you also have to understand, this is literally 2 minutes after, you know, Frank waltzes in here and is like, "Did you hear about the WWF Triple H?"
I don't even think it was 2 minutes. I think I piggybacked off of what Frank was saying.
So it was just back to back. Anyway, back to the event. So we get Brian Battle with the big win. So Frank is just chilling, 44 seconds, chilling. Then Michal Oleksiejczuk, right? That's Rick, just chilling.
Yeah.
Poor Sam Alvey, who, by the way, Sam Alvey broke his jaw, apparently. I think it's now 9 in a row. Yeah. Right? 9 in a row.
9 in a row winless.
Winless,
I think
yeah.
8 losses, so 8-1.
And then I see yesterday morning, he's writing on my TikTok page. I don't know if you guys have seen my TikTok page, just on fire lately. Yeah. He's like, hey, man, he wrote, "Welcome to TikTok. Let's do an interview soon." I was like, wow, is this Sam Alvey? Then I go on Sam Alvey's page. Sam Alvey's killing it on TikTok.
Oh, yeah. I have.
Did you guys know that?
I've seen a couple things, yeah.
No.
You knew this, Eric?
He did something with the Paul brothers.
What? I guess I don't spend any time on TikTok.
If you're an entertainer, influencer, an athlete, and you're spending time on a platform, TikTok's a good one to build the audience. So yeah, Sam is capitalizing.
I had no idea. Anyway, he gets starched. You have to think this is the end of the Sam Alvey experiment, right? I mean,
you have to.
If he comes back for another one after all of this, there's got to be more to this story. Like there has to be some handshake deal in the back.
I'll say the one thing I'll say about it is, I mean, we give it the attention, right? We're talking about it. Like
ESPN did like a whole like 10,000 word.
They did a feature on him. Ryan Hawkinsmith did a feature on him. If we're talking about it, that means that people are caring and paying attention. So I mean,
you think he comes back?
I would hope that. I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility.
That would be so.
I really
crazy.
Don't.
That would be so crazy.
It's not a great look. Let's just call it what it is. It's not a great look.
Perform at the level of the league that you play in.
There has to be a performance.
And these aren't even close fights.
No,
it's been
Sam Alvey.
This one was not. It was like Oleg Sejcek just came out there and was like, "I'm here to knock this."
I'm sorry.
Out. He just started throwing bombs.
Sam Alvey, Jake Paul, who wins boxing?
I'd love to see it.
Oh,
really? Jake wins, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yes, okay. Jake wins.
We'll get to him in a moment. Then Terrence McKinney with the big win over Eric Gonzalez. He said it took too long. Took 217. I see a lot of people giving me crap for picking the minus 850, whatever. Listen,
who cares?
I don't care.
We set the rules. Minus 999 or better. I don't care. We are hitting 4-leg parlays. I do not care what people say about the price.
Get out of here with this nonsense. It's either you kill me for the underdogs. I'm trying to pick underdogs for you. Now I'm telling you, all right. And this is what was it at? It was plus 147, right?
Yeah.
Don't
care. Do not care. Like 4-leg parlays don't just like they are somewhat difficult to hit. Like,
and we've now hit 3 in a row.
Yeah, less than minus 1,000. That's the only rule we have in place. I saw someone say like less than minus 300. I was like, no,
no. What? That's crazy. Yeah. Come on.
Yeah, someone was like, these are too easy. It's like, dude, 4-leg parlays are not easy.
Yeah, if they're less than minus 300, then we might as well start making straight bets. Like, why are we even parlay at that point? That's silly.
So then
Take the money, people. Shut up.
Spivak with the win, Miller with the win, and the DX chop. Usman with the win. He's terrifying. Jeff Neal with the huge win. And then we get to the main event. And all the pressure's on you, GC.
I know.
Were you sweating?
I felt that one for you.
I was getting nervous for you.
I was nervous. And then the fight started and I got 10 times more nervous because it's just like Thiago Santos just makes fights. Like if you are betting against him, he just makes fights nerve-wracking for you. Like I thought he might do it. I haven't looked at the scorecards, but like I feel like some of the judges had him up 2-1 going into the fourth, and like I was just imagining it going to a decision and like losing 48-47.
Oh my god,
it would have been so disappointing, especially after all three of y'all's got first round finishes.
Yeah, he had to dig down deep, but it was a great performance. Again, moot point, but I actually was surprised that people didn't agree with this. That went on way too long. No,
I was in my apartment like square dancing. I was like jumping up and down, like hitting my foot on the ground. I was like screaming like, Herb, please stop the fight. Please stop the fight.
What is going on here? Way too long. And then when you see that video earlier in the night, courtesy of Boashina Depot, that he's doing cameos cage side. I mean, I like Herb Dean. How is that appropriate? Do you guys see that?
I did.
Do you know what cameo is? Cameo, yeah?
Yeah.
He's doing a cameo while at the fights.
That's pretty crazy.
You honestly?
Let me get...
Can I just say something?
I want to give a counterpoint.
Yeah. Okay, counterpoint. Let me just say something. I actually think an official shouldn't have his phone for the entire night. How about that? You get a bad call, you get back, you sit in your chair.
Oh yeah, and people start...
Twitter kills you. Now you're starting to... Like, I'm actually shocked that they're allowed to have phones for the entire night.
Yeah.
How about that? Let alone doing cameos. By the way, I'm on Cameo. It's a fun little thing.
Wow.
You should not be doing cameos. I mean, you should not be doing cameos. No way.
Before your counterpoint, Rick, I do just have to say, and I know a couple people that were on this, bad beat of the night might be in contention for bad beat of the year. The under 3.5, it ended 1 second over that.
Oh, wow.
Ooh. And Herb had it all in his hands.
Oh, that makes it even worse.
Herb had the over 3.5 for sure.
Wow.
Oh, no, careful.
Like, that is a big accusation right there.
I mean,
careful.
He obviously did not have that.
What's the counterpoint?
the counterpoint is okay. No counterpoint to. I kind of like your idea about not having phones cage side. That's throughout the night. I kind of like that. My counterpoint is if you are somebody who purchases a cameo from Herb Dean. Is that like that's the best you're gonna get, right? Like it's like he's in the
I like that.
The arena,
the cage side.
UFC event
that's
going on.
Crazy.
I'd rather have
a good
Herb in the Apex than at his house.
Right. Like the alternative is you just purchase a cameo from Herb Dean and he's sitting in his computer chair and saying,
if I'm Joe Smith from Indiana, I think it's the coolest thing of all time.
Yeah. That's my point.
It's highly inappropriate though. Don't you think it's inappropriate?
I'm not
He's
arguing
probably got
that
access
point.
to the Apex on off days.
How about this? If we're rating his performance, he gets an A+ for cameo, and he gets a lower grade for refereeing that night. That's all. That's how we'll grade it. But he's trying to give value.
I still like Herb.
Trying to give value.
Listen, I've always liked Herb, but I have to say it's a bad look. It would be like me doing the show and being like, guys, give me 45 seconds and doing like it's just inappropriate.
But how much would that person who got it love it?
Yeah, that is true.
By the way, that person would have loved it if he was in the back. You know, hey, I'm just leaving the Apex.
I think that's fair.
Great night of fights, blah, blah, blah.
Speaking of refs, the PFL ref cam.
Oh, yeah. You like it?
Oh, loved that.
I mean, it was definitely interesting. Has UFC ever entertained something like that?
Pride used to have it.
Okay.
But not UFC.
Just had to ask.
I do have an announcement to make.
Oh, wow.
You approached me about this last week. I said when we hit another MMA Hour parlay.
Oh, yeah.
I'd officially be on board.
Oh, wow.
Let's circle the wagon. We got the ticket right here.
Wow. This is big. I didn't know this was happening.
I am riding with Bills Mafia plus 600. I was just going to put 100 flat, but I was like, you know what? The parlay's been treating us well. Let's get the total payout up to 1,000.
So what is it? I can't read that.
Buffalo Bills plus 600. I put 142 down to return 1,000.
Wow. To win the Super Bowl.
To win the Super Bowl. And not only that, I'm going all in.
Oh, you bought the pants?
I got the pants.
Wow.
They'll be waiting for me when I get home today.
Holy smokes. Where do you get them from?
Amazon.
Wow. The Zubaz pants. Look at you. So does this mean you're not a Falcons fan this year?
While they're in the mud, while they're struggling, building up draft picks and everything, I will be rooting for the Bills.
Wow. Where'd you get that shirt?
Fanatics.com.
Oh, this is new.
Brand new.
Wow. I gotta say.
No, I'm just kidding. It's
old?
Taped on. No,
it's taped. I was gonna say it looks really good. Oh, now I see the tape.
This is just like an undershirt with tape.
Frank, you in too?
Absolutely not.
Wow. Wait, your wife is from Buffalo.
Yeah, it's a point of contention.
All right.
We'll go to the game though.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna go to the game. The Bills wrote on my IG. Did you see that?
Yeah.
This is the year.
I'm hoping to get a little love from the Bills too,
The entire Bills organization.
Yeah.
They invited us.
Really?
Well, they wrote on the thing.
We could take a flight from JFK, fly there and back same day.
You think so?
Yeah,
I guess so.
Looking into it.
That would be amazing.
I'm deciding on what jersey I'm going to get.
Who are you thinking about?
I've narrowed it down. Stephon Diggs,
man,
like a Hyde, maybe go throwback. Bruce Smith.
Oh, that's the one I have. You got to go with your Georgia guy.
Yeah, James Cook or Isaiah McKenzie.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know McKenzie went there too.
Mm-hmm.
He's a man. All right. Well, this is big. Jamahal Hill. Do you guys believe that he's going to be a champ next year? That's what he said.
Fight for it at least. Fight for it.
So I'm looking at the Jamahal Hill picture on Tapology right now.
Oh, what is it?
Why does he look completely different than he does in the UFC? Like in Tapology or on Tapology, I mean, he does have the abs and everything. He's really playing up the belly situation. He's got.
Wait, what are we talking about?
Jamahal Hill.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying. When he was on the Contender Series?
Yeah.
He does look to be in great shape.
Is this a concern?
What are you just saying? He got out of shape? Is that the...
Well, he's been playing it up. He's been playing it up that, Connor, you have the Speedo pics, right? He keeps talking about the haters, talking about his physique, that he's got the belly, this and that.
He still is like in
This is also weighing in for Contender Series. He sucked out, no water in him.
He's playing up the belly.
I mean, he still looks.
I mean,
he's in pretty good shape.
Whatever he's doing is working in the cage. I'll say that.
I'm just getting worried. I don't want him to go like Roy Nelson on us.
Nah.
So it's now 3 in a row.
I believe.
Jan next?
Huh?
Blachowicz?
Yeah.
Oh, Jan Blachowicz.
If
that would be a great fight.
If they're gonna go, if they're going to go Yuri versus Glover, and there's no official confirmation, but it seems like that's the direction. By the way, they announced on Friday Izzy versus Pereira MSG.
Yeah.
Tried to tell you all, but it's okay. I can't.
What do they do with Magomed?
Yeah, Magomedyan. Okay, maybe that's a bit of a step. What about? Wait, but they announced Ozdemir against Krylov, right? Ozdemir Krylov. Man, I don't know who he fights, to be honest. Dominic Reyes
is on the shelf.
Dominic Reyes coming back.
I mean,
tough to come back against him.
I was gonna say that feels like not the right fight for either of those two. Like I feel like
for him, I'd say for sure. For Jamahal Hill, for sure. No,
I think he deserves even a step up from that, though. Like he just beat number 6. That's number 7.
Right,
UFC rankings.
Anthony Smith.
He just beat.
Anthony Smith just had gnarly.
Anthony Smith
Alexander
out. Rakic is out. Yeah.
Wow.
Or would you just give him a Paul Craig coming off a loss?
Oh, Hill Craig too.
Oh yeah,
run it back with Craig. Man, it feels like he could just wait and get the winner or loser of one of those other 2 fights that we're kind of talking about.
Can I throw a crazy one out there? He might not like it.
Please do.
Dustin Jacoby.
Oh, wow. But he just got announced.
Oh, you did?
That feels.
Oh yeah, he did.
That feels all risk, no reward on Hill's side. Like Hill deserves a top fight.
Fight.
He just has to.
So he just has to wait, but that means he's not fighting for the rest of the year.
He beat number 6. He's got to get somebody top 5 next. He just has to wait, and I think he'd wait as long as the next opportunity is like number 1 contender or like 1 away. But he looks so good.
The only guy would be exciting. Dominic Reyes.
Yeah,
unless he's not fighting
7, though.
Yeah, I'm just saying everyone else: Glover, Yuri, Jan, Magomed, Rakic out.
Look, I mean, stranger things have happened. Like he could slide in there with either Magomed or Jan, right? Like if they don't get matched up or something happens, like he could slide in there and really establish it. I would probably wait if I was him. There's really no, like, what's the benefit of fighting Dominic Reyes or Paul Craig or Ozdemir like at this point for him? It's all downside. He's climbing.
Yeah, no, he is climbing. 3 wins in a row, all finishes. Jimmy Crute, Johnny Walker, Thiago Santos. Not a bad,
It's a good run, man. Yeah, I would wait. He's in a good position. I would try and get a top guy right now.
Any chance they do Paddy versus Terrence McKinney?
Oh man, I don't think
no chance.
Less than 0. And I don't even think it's a Paddy. Like I think Paddy would do it.
Yeah, Paddy would do it.
Well, of course, Terrence is going to do it. He's the one calling out Paddy, but I don't think the UFC is doing it. No real indication when he's going to return just yet. Paddy, that is. But McKinney called out. I could see them doing the Battle Gary fight, maybe.
Yeah, I like that.
But I don't think they would do
Gary Instagram something that was just like get in line.
Yeah, it is weird. Like, are a lot of people calling out Gary right now? I don't really see a lot of people calling him out.
Like, do I?
Like, if he's not going to fight a Brian Battle, who's he fighting? You know,
I would love to see Brian Battle and Gary.
I think that one makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see that.
Look, I mean, McKinney versus Paddy would be a fight that is worthy of the attention it would get. I like that fight, but yeah, that feels like a risky fight. But there's going to have to be a risky fight somewhere in here. You can't just make the run without a risk. But
no, I agree.
It feels like there's still some separation between that.
Reminder that in Connor's 4th fight, he's fighting Dustin Poirier.
I know. Different times.
I would like to see Terrence get out of the Apex, put him in front of a crowd.
Please.
Imagine that card, by the way, with 10 finishes in San Diego this weekend. Imagine how much better the card would have been. 1,000 times better. I've said don't watch Tough, but Miller is a character. Juliana Miller. Do you see her post? She announces herself like she's Bruce Buffer. You see that? She like actually makes a whole big announcement. She's hilarious. And then she's talking about pro wrestling and her grandmother and all this stuff. Very fun stuff. And so overall, it was a fun night. Those 10 p.m. main card starts can sometimes be brutal and a reminder of the old, Fox days. But this was a very good one. And so now we turn our attention to San Diego and that incredible main event. I can't wait for that main event. Chito Vera versus Dominic Cruz. So we'll talk to both of them a little later on. Can I just say one thing? I need to talk about the Hasim Rahman situation. This is one of the craziest stories that I've ever seen. Hasim Rahman, for those that don't know, was supposed to fight Jake Paul this past weekend. And they were supposed to fight at MSG. And then we find out 2 Saturdays ago that the fight is off because the fight was supposed to be at 200. And then they moved it to 205. And then 205 couldn't get done. And so then the whole thing fizzled out. And then we had a week of he said, she said, you tucked, you ducked, you're scared, you're this, let me post my footage of this, let me post my footage of that. It was going on, and it was becoming annoying, to be honest. And then I find out from him that he's going to weigh in at Gleason's on Friday. You come into the weigh-ins? I said, where are the weigh-ins? Gleason's. I'm like, oh gosh, this is kind of far from where I live. By the way, what are we weighing in for? Well, that's what I said I would do. I was like, all right, how much are we weighing in at? He wouldn't tell me. I was like, are you weighing in at 200? He says, wouldn't that be something? And I was like, all right. And then, so if you weigh in at 200, why isn't this fight happening? He goes, you got to ask Jake that question. All right. So I was like, fine. This kind of like Tony Ferguson back in the day. Let's see if he weighs in. The thing, I guess, was on his Instagram Live. Then I get a text from his team saying, Hasim just weighed in at 206.6. Are you going to report that? And I was like, wait a second, 206.6. That's a pound and 6 ounces, 1.6 pounds over the 205, 6.6 pounds over the original weight. What exactly do you want me to report here? Do you want me to report that he missed weight? That he actually did the weigh-in on his own and he missed weight? Like, what point were you trying to prove by doing this? Or did you try to prove a point and did it fail miserably? And so I was like, yeah, okay, sure. And then I was like, I'm going to report this, and this proves that he couldn't make the weight, not the original weight or the new weight, but yeah, it shows that he could have gone close to it. I was like, that's not really how this is supposed to work. So then I put it out there, and I have to say, like, 40%, 50% of the comments were like, this just proves that Jake Paul's a bitch. I was like, what? The guy missed weight.
Had Hasim showed up and weighed that much, the fight would have been off?
Off, because once yes, because the agreed upon new weight had no allowance. That was part of
wouldn't it have been, now you know better than me. Wasn't it, if he had missed by that much, he would have been
fine?
His purse would have been significantly reduced, right? Like,
that was the deal for 200.
So 205 was,
it was 205, take it or leave it. Yes.
Oh, geez. All right. So yeah, I mean, nothing was proven other than
that. I couldn't believe it. People were like,
wasn't going to happen regardless.
This just proves that Jake, I was like, what are you talking about? You changed the weight a week out, and then you didn't even hit that weight, which he never signed, by the way, which is what I was told. But like, I didn't understand why you wanted me to put this out and why you wanted the world to know this. Doesn't make sense. 206.6, you missed weight.
I'll tell you why, because there's still 40% or whatever number,
Crazy.
Your estimation of it, who are going to say Jake Paul's scared. So, I mean, it works because the alternative is everybody saying nothing. So 40% of people believe that was significant.
And then we had the seismic news that the KSI Wasabi fight got canceled. People get so bad when I report this stuff. It's so funny how seriously they take it. That fight's off. And then Jake tried to get in on that one, which would have been huge. August 27th, O2 Arena. But then he went with some dude that I'd never even heard of. Can I just say something? I did go down a rabbit hole. Are you guys familiar with this Andrew Tate character?
Oh, yeah. Very familiar. Why were you asking for his phone number?
Oh, that, again, just to piss people off.
Oh.
But, no, because he's trying to fight Jake.
Yeah, supposedly.
Wait, Eric, do you know Andrew Tate?
Andrew Tate, like, I'm old enough in this combat sports game to remember when Andrew Tate was just like a combat sports Twitter troll. Like, there was a time where Andrew Tate was like a member of the MMA community, posting on the UG, tweeting, and he was just like a troll.
I know.
And now he's become this elevated, like
someone mentioned him to me.
Quotation marks.
I don't understand. I was like, wait, Andrew Tate? I know that guy. I don't know him personally. And then I went on his social media. I was like, holy crap, this guy has turned himself into this like chauvinistic heel type character. And I mean, I got to give.
I would say that's kind. He's a
misogynistic. And I was like, all right, I guess he's made himself into something. But first of all, it's like the wrong kind of heat, if you ask me. It's not the kind of heat where I want to see this guy get beat up. It's like, oh, this guy is annoying. And I couldn't believe how popular he was, or at least like what kind of engagement. And so now this is like a dream matchup, right? Now people want to see Jake fight this guy.
People would tune into it, yeah.
But here's the weird thing. Jake would be the babyface.
I was going to say, is this the one fight that people would actually cheer for Jake in?
I feel like they would. Would they not?
Dude, I mean, people definitely like actually like this guy, but most people like hate follow him.
Is Andrew Tate versus Jake Paul a bigger fight than Jake versus Anderson Silva?
Yes.
Yeah.
How is that possible?
Numbers wise, for sure.
That's crazy.
People that have nothing to do with combat sports would tune into that.
How many people are going to actually purchase a pay-per-view for that? Very, very few. How many people are going to end up watching that? A lot.
You're ordering that pay-per-view?
Yeah, I'm ordering it.
Is it weird? Business. So has in this new persona, Eric, since you know him from like way back.
Tate, yeah.
Has he fought at all?
No. I don't think he's fought since then. I think he kind of, after his fighting career.
So what did he do? He just like repackaged himself?
He moved to Romania, repackaged himself, became like a guru of sorts, doing like pyramid schemes and stuff.
What guru of what?
Life advice for trying to be alpha men. Like he's just running back.
Yeah. He's like the alpha male, according to him.
15 years ago.
And he's like,
he reminds me of Colby Covington, and from this perspective, he noticed he wasn't getting the attention that he wanted, or enough of the attention that he wanted. He chose a gimmick. The appeal of it is you can't believe the things you're saying. I don't believe that you believe the things you're saying. You have to have an alternative view, but he delivers it better than Colby does. He does it a little more straight faced, and he's just better at it. He's a better showman. So people just hang in there and want to hear what he has to say, because he's
got X-Pac heat. It's the wrong kind of heat, in my opinion. I mean, who am I to say?
Well, no, I mean, seems people pay attention.
But people like him, or do they hate watch it?
I think both.
Sure, there's a sector.
Yeah, I think both.
I'm actually shocked you know about him, GC. How do you know about him?
Dude, if you have Twitter or Instagram.
Really?
I mean, there was one point where he trended like 3 days in a row.
What? I did not. Yeah, someone told me about him. He's like, you know what the biggest fight is for Jake right now? It's Andrew Tate. I was like, Andrew Tate? What? And then I looked him up. I was like, holy shit, this guy is blowing up.
Yeah, it would be hilarious.
He's massive.
I would 100% watch, and I know a lot of my friends would watch.
He does know how to fight, though. I mean, he's not like...
He's a fighter.
Yeah. He's not like an influencer.
The thing is, he's like a kickboxer, Muay Thai guy. I don't know, how well he would do in a boxing match.
I don't think...
I'm not sure that even matters at this point. Really.
Yeah. By the way, why Romania?
I don't know. Maybe the extradition laws. I don't know.
Is that part of the story? Is he a criminal?
Some allegations.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's like he was arrested recently.
He was? See, I didn't go that far.
Charges or something. Yeah. There's some problematic Andrew Tate.
So they're not going to go down that route.
As you'd expect.
They're not going to go down that route.
I don't know.
Imagine this dude fighting Jake Paul at MSG. No chance.
The problem child fighting
Who's the bigger
part
problem?
that just is crazy to me is remembering Andrew Tate just being a Twitter troll like years ago. Like he was just like a dude in the combat sports scene. Like
is he like Bloodstained Lane?
And now he's the big. Yeah, kind of. Like akin to Except he really fought though. That's the difference, right? Like he was a fighter, but yeah, he was just trolling like kickboxing stuff.
So weird. This whole world is so weird.
Now he's got almost 5 million followers on Instagram.
Can I tell you something? The reason I know about the wasabi thing and all that, like there was a chance that I was going to go there, and not to get too far deep into it. So I started to like research this whole world, and this is a crazy world, man. There's people who actually just focus on this world.
Yeah,
it's not like us who it's like, oh, Jake's fighting Tyron Woodley. Let's just jump in for a second. Like this is a whole universe.
Who is the Ariel Helwani of YouTube boxing?
There is a guy.
I know.
Well, I feel weird saying Ariel Helwani, but like there's a guy.
Who's the Adam Schefter? Who's the
there's a guy named Wade Plem. Shout out to him. He does great work. I have no issues with him whatsoever. But I went on his YouTube page, and his whole page is just reporting on this world. Yeah.
Doesn't he do crazy numbers too?
Yes.
That's crazy.
It's a whole thing. Yeah. There's Deji, there's this guy, there's that guy, there's this guy. I was like, wow, I didn't realize it was a whole thing, a whole universe. So anyway, we'll see who he fights next. He teased that he had a big announcement today. Everyone thought it was a fight, but it's a new betting app / podcast.
Yeah. So
good luck to him on that. By the way, is it too early? I know we're doing parlay for next week. Of course, we have to go 4-0. Is it too early to make my pick?
Who is it?
It's this young up and comer, Bo Nikal.
Oh no, no, that breaks the rules. He's bigger than minus 1,000.
Damn.
He's like
I thought it was
2,000.
No, 1,500. 1,500 at the moment.
He opened at like minus 300. I know someone that got in on it.
Come on, really?
Yeah.
What?
It immediately disappeared, but yeah, they put a lot of money on it too.
Damn it. I'm looking here. I'm trying to find who's
we do have Bellator.
I'm looking at Bellator. Elimele McFarlane, a favorite against Bruna Ellen.
I'm not going to say it until Wednesday, but I have a sneaking suspicion of who you're going to choose, Ariel.
Vanderford at 205. You have a suspicion? You think I'm going with Cheeto?
Yeah.
No way. Are you kidding me? That's way too close.
We'll see come Wednesday.
It's 500 or up. Oh.
500 or up.
Lupi Godinez, but she fights Angela. Angela's always a tough out.
Sure.
O'Day Osborne, minus 230. There's no there's no Terrence McKinney here. Mowgli Benitez, minus 350. Not bad. You thought I'm going... No, I can't do that to Dom. It's on the show. David Onama? Calvillo? No, there's no... I mean, this is a tough one. I might have to wait for those Bellator lines to open up a little bit. Someone on the undercard over there. Minus 230, Deanna Bennett?
You missed the Bailey Schoenfelder, minus 1,200.
Where's that?
That's on Bellator. Here's your minus 800, Isaiah Hokett.
There it is. Lock it in. Who's he fighting?
So we're just gonna do
Nick
Ariel. Ariel gets whoever's the biggest favorite that's less than minus 1,000. Just
1,000. By the way, this is not like some secret. I'm 1,000. You have to understand. I lost like 8 weeks in a row with the H-Dow. I'm just trying to build myself back up here. This is me taking tune-up fights, mojo building
is
fights.
Minus 600.
Mitchell McKee.
And collectively, we're up 5 units. So appreciate the money that's being handed out, people.
Now, I understand you could say, all right, if I was picking guys who were like minus 200, then the odds would be a little better, right? I don't care. I just need the W.
I don't either. I just care about winning these bets.
Let me tell you something. It's a lot more fun picking a minus 850 guy than it is a plus 250 guy. Just for the ego. Because then you don't have to go on your Twitter and be like, you jinxed them. Come on.
The first one you lose, people are going to say that you jinxed them.
Of course. Who do you like in that main event, GC? Have you decided yet?
I don't know, dude. I don't know.
It's a tough one, right?
Yeah, it's very tough. A lot of people. Cheeto's going to get a ton of love.
You think so?
I think the line's going to get steamed towards Cheeto.
Even though it's in his hometown? Dominic's hometown?
Yeah.
No home field advantage?
Probably goes to a decision.
You think so? And then he gets the nod from the hometown judges.
Maybe.
All right.
Pretty big price on Dom, plus 180 right now at DraftKings.
Yeah. I see 85, but you're looking at the site. I'm looking at best fight odds.
Yeah, 24-3.
What does that mean?
I don't know. Isn't that Dominic's record?
Oh, all right. I thought you were talking about odds or something like that.
No.
All right, so that's this weekend. As always on Wednesday. Frank, do you know your pick yet?
Not yet.
You haven't done your research?
That's not what I said.
I'm just
I saw him watching some tape
question.
earlier on Yasmin.
Come on.
He was doing Martine Boudet.
Stop it.
When I walked in.
Are you serious?
Hey, he had a notepad out and everything.
What are you writing down?
It's not important.
Wow, you're taking notes on his jab, on his foot movement, head movement?
A little bit. His
Okay.
footwork.
But so you started to think about it.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm doing my homework.
Do we have?
Let's call it what it was. The Brian Battle pick was inspired last week.
Thank you.
That was a great one.
By the way, it was a fantastic. You have more balls than I do. You have more balls, not more balls, bigger balls. Damn it.
Well, actually, we don't know.
This is ending up on Bohoshinia Depot. Where's Terrence at? He's not here.
We're onboarding.
Oh, is he Is he there?
Just joined the waiting room.
Oh, all right. No, I give you a lot of credit, Frank. A lot of people have said that you are the reason why we are winning. New York Rick, we'll check in with you later. Thank you very much.
Yeah, everyone tuning in for Juliana Pena.
And here he is.
In Bill's shirt.
Yes.
The former bantamweight champion.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you can hit 135. How much do you weigh?
I don't know.
Too tall?
Yeah, too tall. I could probably get down to lightweight. Have a nice reach advantage.
Yeah, we've seen some. I mean, 6'1", 155. We've seen it. We've seen a couple of 6', 145s back in the day. Too crazy?
All right, me versus Volk.
I mean, there's not that much for you to lose there. I mean, you're pretty, pretty thin.
Right. I'm coming in at like 170 right now.
By the way, how was Citi Field?
It was great.
First time?
Tough to get to, yeah. First time there.
Is it really tough? Take the 7 train. I guess from Brooklyn it's tough, right?
Yeah, I should have taken the 7. I Ubered, and it's just chaos.
You Ubered?
Yeah.
Oh, that was a huge mistake.
Chaos.
Man,
Chaos.
You're killing it so much with the picks, you were able to Uber it.
Yep, that's exactly right. I was about to take the subway, and I was like, nah, I'm killing it with the picks. I'm going to just Uber.
Right? I mean, did you really think that?
Yep. Yeah.
How much is that Uber?
We got more coming in tonight. Well, I split it with 5 people, so it was only like $55. And
what's coming in tonight?
I was saying on Saturday, I was like, I got more.
Oh, got it. And you did.
Yeah, we did.
It's a great segue.
Yeah, that was a great segue. Well, I was going to say one thing about the Mets. Impressive fan base.
Really?
They were, I mean, maybe I'm just mistaken, but a game in August, they were super hype.
Well, they're doing really well.
Doing really well, and they're playing
the rivals.
Divisional rivals. But I was impressed by
Did Edwin Diaz come out?
The Braves were getting hammered. I left before the 9th.
Wow. What was the score?
It's like 6-0 in like the 8th.
Man, your team can make a comeback. You're seeing them on the road. You bailed.
Yeah, they didn't. And I'm glad that I did because the subway was crazy on the way back.
Oh, you took the subway back?
I was jammed in with everyone streaming the Terrence McKinney fight.
Oh, my gosh. Masks? No masks?
No. Hot, sweaty.
Oh,
nasty.
yeah. I've been on those before. Yeah, I saw you took a great picture watching the fights at the I was wondering.
Field, yeah,
how'd you take the picture? You have 2 phones?
Yeah. Yeah, I got a team with me.
This was the question that you got when you were at the restaurant. But how'd you take the picture?
Everyone that I'm with has a phone. That's how we did it.
Yes. Well, Citi Field is beautiful. I haven't been there in a very long time. One of my favorite stadiums.
Yeah,
it's a bit of like an old school feel to it. You know what I mean?
Nice stadium.
How great is that walkout? Edwin Diaz?
I know. I didn't know about it until I saw the video.
I don't even know if he played. Like, would he come out in a 6-0 game? Maybe. That guy's the man.
The man. Sick walkout.
When they lean in like that, and really it's like just playing up combat sports. Everyone loves a good walkout with song, dancing, music, blah, 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 blah. Oh, it's great. I love it. I've watched that
like
clip
the Mr. and Mrs. Met with the trophy.
With the trumpet.
Trumpet, yeah.
Now, my question is, was there like a camera guy following him from the outfield? I guess so, right? From that angle?
Yeah, and then he just veers off at the end.
Incredible.
Baseballs are pretty. Yeah, a couple people were like, "How are you watching the game and the fights?" I was like, "Have you ever watched a baseball game before? Like it moves pretty slow."
I love going to baseball games.
I do too.
I haven't been to, especially beautiful summer night. Nothing better.
It's not like it's like a hockey game though, and you have to be watching it the whole time.
Sure, but just like baseball, the experience of just being outside on a summer night, it's part social, part fun. You're probably paying attention to 40% of the game, if that.
Exactly.
Right?
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Anytime, there was 2 strikes or it was getting exciting, we'd really
get into
lock
it.
in. But yeah, it was great. Beautiful night.
I think I'm going to go to Jays Yankees next week.
That'll be great.
Haven't been to one in a while.
Went to Yankee Stadium a few weeks ago too.
Oh yeah. When was that again? Who'd you see?
Reds.
Oh, the Reds. That was a weird one. Yeah. All right. So how did we do?
We did great.
Killing it.
Let's start it off. The singles. We lose Anthony Pettis. Frank, thank you for the condolences.
You're welcome.
The McKinney doesn't go the distance turned into a single because we lost a couple fights. I would never play a -525 as a single, but the parlay got voided everywhere else. Jeff Neal by decision. I was actually heartbroken there. It was really looking like he was going to pull it off.
And didn't you add this later on?
I added it later on.
What prompted that?
I felt pretty good about Jeff Neal all week. I just hadn't pulled the trigger on him, and I got greedy. I was like, Luque's never been knocked out. There's no way Neal is going to submit him. Let's just hope Luque holds up and Jeff Neal gets it done. And after the first round, I was like, oh, baby, this is coming in. Like, we're going to hit this. I was like actually screaming when Luque went out. I was like, I was sad. I was like, no. It was bad.
You just felt, it was a great win for him, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, great win. But I really like Jeff Neal. I like the way he fights. So, parlays, clean sweep, 5-0, across the board.
Wow.
Feels good.
That is amazing.
You're a part of one of them with the MMA Hour parlay.
Oh, I got the knot in there?
Which
one is that? The fourth one?
Yeah, plus fifth one, plus 147.
Right, there it is.
Yeah, I mean, we're like 12-2 on parlays over the last 3 weeks. Not going to hold, but it's nice to be on a run like this. I cannot lie. That brings us to the final recap. 2-2 on singles, 5-0 on the parlays. We end up plus 5.9 on the week. We are now up over 36 on the year, 48.46 all time. We are closing in. We can smell 50 now. We can see 50.
You can get 50 by this weekend, right? If all goes well.
That would be sick. That would be fantastic. Yeah, up 1.54 would get us to 50. That'd give us 4 straight winning weeks. That would be Have
you ever been on a run like this before?
I've never tracked it like this before, so I don't know. Like I've always like kind of loosely tracked it, but like this is the most where it's like track it every week, have to recap it every single week. So yeah, we're doing well. We are certainly profitable, and that's the goal. That is the goal when it comes down to this. I'm not the only one that did well. I mean, these big hitters are getting tougher and tougher every single week. People are just cashing out left and right, so let's get into it. This one was crazy. Wild in West Virginia. This one almost made the Hall of Fame. He goes, Sergey Spivak, KO in round 2 or 3. Juliana Miller, KO or decision. Muhammad Usman, KO or decision. Jeff Neal, KO or decision. Jamahal Hill in rounds 3, 4, or 5. Plus 89,561. He turns $1 into $896.
Wow.
I mean, crazy. Wild in West Virginia, he said it was his friend. He didn't provide the friend's name, so he's going to get credit for this one.
That is nuts. Could you imagine?
No, I can't. And then you get into rounds 3, 4, and 5, and especially after that round 3 where Thiago Santos was like controlling the whole fight, and you're just like, come on, Jamal, like we got 2 rounds to finish this thing off here. Crazy, man. I'd lose my mind. Next up, 2 guys, Joshua Price and Cole Walderman. Both go 10 for 10, hit the entire card correctly, over plus 11,000 each. Yes. Josh, he turns 22 cents into $57. Cole turns $10 into $1,100. Like, going 10 for 10, that's just crazy. That's just crazy. I don't know if I'll ever successfully hit every fight on a card. Next up, Derrick Jablonski. I don't even know what.
I heard someone laugh over there. Who just laughed at Jablonski?
JJ.
Is it a real name?
It's a real name. That's his name. That's what he sent me on Twitter. A plus 9,993. I mean, you almost had to be at plus 10,000 to make it to big hitters this week. And I tried to shout out as many people as I could. I'm sorry if you did not make it. He turns $10 into 1,000. I don't even know some of these. S. Ryan, M. Conlon, Esparza, V. Ortiz Jr. I'm guessing that's boxing. But then he had Spivak, Usman, Buena Silva. Yeah, I mean, shout out to him. These people are just cashing out.
Could you imagine if you did a parlay of all 10 winners, but via finish, like not going the distance?
I can't even imagine what that would pay out, because I tweeted earlier during the show, if you took all 10 fights to not go the distance and parlayed them, it would have paid out at plus 33,000.
Oh, you tweeted that? Yeah. Plus what?
Plus 33,936.
Oh my God.
After this, I'm going to figure out what it would be if you parlayed them all the winners by finish. Speaking of winning by finish, Jug B and Blues 14 goes Juliana Miller round 3 KO plus 8,100, turns $14 into $1,134, and he said he placed this while she was walking out.
Wow.
I don't know what would whisper in your ear to put $14 on Juliana Miller round 3 KO, but cheers to you, man, because that is unbelievable.
I love Ladbrokes. Where's that from again? Australia?
Yeah, Australia or New Zealand. I think it's down under. I love their winning ticket. They give you the confetti. They make you feel
it's awesome. Yeah.
Last but not least, he demanded a shout out.
Demanded?
But I was like, yeah, I saw it. He was like, I demand a shout out. I was like, we'll see about that. But it was a really solid ticket. Plus 9,434. Turns $3 into 286. I mean, he was all over the place. I'm not even going to list them out. It's big enough that people can read it. El Quat Romano, 7-leg parlay. Shout out. Fantastic ticket. And then last but not least, I have a little video here that someone sent in about the Jamal Hill fight. It is our man It is our man Wiz Betts. He's over in Lebanon. This is 7 a.m. Him and all his boys cashing on Jamahal Hill. This is kind of what I was doing. They were all going crazy. I think they're being quiet because people are still asleep.
Oh my God.
Because it's 7 a.m. in Lebanon. But yeah, he put $1,300 on Jamahal Hill. He said it also finished up some parlays. I mean, I just love it. This is exactly what I was doing. I love that they're being quiet.
The dude's wearing his undies.
Yeah, they're all in
there.
their underwear. They just woke up. I mean, celebrations all around. I love seeing stuff like that just because I was doing the same thing. My roommate was in the shower and he got out and he was like, what was Herb doing, man? Like, I heard you just screaming, Herb, stop the fight.
Herb, man.
So yeah, shout out to Wiz Betts, nice cash. And then the Draft King, rocks us.
Wow.
Great picture of him.
Yeah.
He won. So shout out to him.
Who do you have?
Oh man.
I feel like I always ask you this question.
Yeah, I was low-key hoping you wouldn't ask.
Okay, I'm sorry. I mean,
no. I actually have it right here. So it works out. Our man Rockus, he had in his winning lineup, he drafted Jamahal Hill, Jeff Neal, Muhammad Usman, Juliana Miller, Oleksiejczuk, Chuck, and Buena Silva. Shout out to him.
Shout out.
Listen to all those shout outs, man.
Also, shout out to Joe.
Shout out to Joe. He sent me the tickets, but I got them too late. I didn't see them. Plus 1,100.
There he is.
At PFL. He sent me the ticket too. I could have rode with him, and I was like, no. I'm riding with my boy Showtime.
Yes, he actually went with Stevie Ray, huh?
Stevie Ray, and he went against our boy Josh Silvera. He took...
Yes. Yeah, Josh. Poor Josh. I mean, young guy. When Akhmedov walked into the cage and we were that close, I was like...
You
Josh,
were like,
I think Josh is
pretty big.
Yes, he looks quite large. It was just like old man strength over there from Akhmedov.
That's what it looked like. He had the old man confidence too. Like, I'm older than this guy. I'm bigger than I've been training with him. Yeah.
Tough spot for Josh. Felt for him. How about his dad showing up the next day to be in Thiago's corner? Tough weekend for Conan Silvera too. But I mean, just saw his son lose his first pro fight, and then he flies cross country to be in Thiago Santos's corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, by the way, Big Joe, sneaky good better.
Yeah.
He's had a couple of like 10 out of 11 parlays.
Yeah. I won't lie. I was expecting it to happen again if like Pettis pulled it off, because I think like 3 different times he's gone 10 of 11, and it's been like going against one of our picks we gave out on the show.
Yes, that is true. There was one famous one, right? What was it? I don't remember. Was it Cheeto or something? Where I
think it was, yes, I think it was Cheeto, because we both picked him, and it was like, wow, you just gave us the bird straight to our face. Said we don't know anything.
There's a couple of big ones coming up this weekend.
Next weekend?
Yeah,
we finally get a week off.
What is Leon?
Leon's like plus 280.
Wow, the fact that you knew that off the top of your head is a little bit shocking.
It's going to be close to that. It's going to be.
It is plus 280. It is, yes. The fact that you knew that is incredible. Plus 280. How do you feel about that?
I don't know, man. I like Kamaru. Like,
yeah, he's good.
I mean, he's really good. And yeah, I feel like I finish a parlay every single time he fights. I feel like he's always finishing parlays for me.
Hey, how about Luke Rockhold plus 230?
Tasty.
Wow.
Hello, Costa.
I didn't realize he was the... What about Jose Aldo plus 100?
Yeah, a lot of people are liking that.
Someone was just on last week. Who was it? I don't remember anything anymore. Just completely dismissing Merab. Was it TJ?
Yeah, man. I don't know, dude. I have such an emotional battle with that one because I love Merab, fellow Georgian.
That's right.
Sean Woodson fighting too. That 278 one's gonna be great. Harry Hunsucker on the card, H-Style.
Plus 540? You kidding me? Golly. Against Tyson Pedro.
Yeah, Tyson Pedro will be your parlay pick.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, Harry Hunsucker sounds like a fake name. That doesn't even.
I mean, just the more we say it, the more.
I thought that was a joke, by the way. Harry Hunsucker. Wow. Plus 540. What a crazy name. Yeah. Where's Harry Hunsucker from?
We can find out.
I'm going to find out right now. Harry Hunsucker. Harry Hunsucker is nicknamed. Oh my God. His Tapology pick is great. Harry the Hurricane Hunsucker, 7-5, age 33. He's lost 2 in a row, Justin Tafa and Tai Tuivasa. He fought Tai Tuivasa in March of 2021. I have no recollection of this. Wow, a rare loser on the Contender Series who ended up in the UFC.
Yeah, ground and pounded by Jared Vanderaa in the first round.
Why are you laughing?
Just to get ground and pounded by Jared Vanderaa in the first round, and then that end up getting you a contract.
Yeah, well, he fought another guy. He fought Corey Moon
in the first round twice.
Who I'm not sure is a real person either.
Corey Moon, Ariel, Hunsucker.
Yo, check out Corey Moon's
Oh my gosh,
Tapology
I'm looking at the poster right now. Hunsucker Moon, HR MMA. Saturday, February 27, 2020.
Wait a second. Click on Corey Moon's picture on Tapology. It's him.
We're getting deep into. This looks like he's at his local
at like an
TGI
Applebee's.
Fridays. Yes. He's wearing the Smith and Wesson. This looks like a Friday night in rural Georgia.
Oh my God, this poor guy. I mean, he's in a booth. He's got like fried poppers right next to him.
That drink is definitely an iced tea right next to him too.
Oh man!
And he's wearing that looks like a collegiate hat he has on.
Yes.
Shout out to Corey Moon. Wow, he got knocked out in 45 seconds against Hunsucker.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at the poster. HR MMA 119.
I need to print this poster out.
That is a good poster. Moon versus Hunsucker at the Sloan Convention Center in Bowling Green, Kentucky.
Bowling Green, shout out.
Why? Why shout out? You like Bowling Green?
I don't know. I was going to say the Bowling Green Falcons, but I think that's Ohio. Bowling Green's the subway stop I use.
Did you watch that card, Frank?
No.
By the way, Frank, what did your wife think of the fights? Did she enjoy them?
Yeah.
You got to remember, she's a vet, dude. She went to Serrano. She went to UFC.
That's true. Your wife has been to more fights than I have in the last couple months.
Yeah, she pointed that out.
She did?
No.
Oh, all right. But she enjoyed it, yeah?
Yeah, she seems to be enjoying herself.
So, this weekend PFL, you guys going to watch? You going to make a night of it?
I got to work.
Oh. Friday?
I'll bring the hors d'oeuvres over. I'll serve you guys.
You guys doing a PFL party?
No.
Oh.
No.
Now it's like the only PFL is if I'm ringside.
That's right. You won't even watch it?
Next weekend we can do a sleepover. Kayla into 278.
Oh, that's right. And Anthony Joshua during the day.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that.
Crazy.
There's
your Saturday sorted, as they say in England.
Usyk.
You're going with him? Is he the favorite in that?
It's gotta be.
I don't think he is.
If Usyk is a dog, there's your H star right there.
Let's see. By the way, this is what happens when someone cancels on us.
Yeah. I know. I was gonna say this is us filling for where Juliana Payne should be. Minus 190 Usyk.
Oh, really? And what is
Plus 150 coming back for Joshua.
Okay. All right. Yeah, feels appropriate. Beat him last year. Right?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, so there you have it. I'm excited about this week. I really don't know. Frank, you want to take that offer of going first, or you like being a part of the team, just one of the boys with the Z?
I want to be on the draft.
Okay, I like that.
So you wanted to get randomized. Yeah. He sent me 4 picks before the show, and I think they all were correct.
What do you mean? Oh, really?
Yeah, I think all 4 of them were right. He could have done his own.
You could have done your own parlay, Frank.
Parlay. I might have to do that.
Are you getting a little big-headed?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, what did he say on Saturday night? I can't remember, but I was like, this sounds like a group of people that are about to go on a 6 parlay
it's just printing money at this point.
Yeah.
Printing money. Well, I hope you go for the main event because I'm not touching that one.
Wow, I'm actually shocked. I
really?
Yeah, I thought...
I have a rule. I can't go against someone who's been on the show.
That's a good rule. That's a good rule to have.
It feels a little disrespectful.
Plus I think it's going to be a close fight, dude.
I think so too. I'm shocked that you think that I would go this route. I'm trying to take the biggest favorite. I'm not ready to give up on Dom. Dom is really good. He's won his last 2 in a row. He's fighting at home. He wants one more push. The whole division is wide open. If TJ wins, by the way, I can see him getting a title shot, as crazy as that sounds. And by the way, if Aljo wins, I could see him getting a title shot. Aljo on the show on Wednesday, by the way.
Aljo, yes, let's go.
I mean, there's a lot going on in the in the bantamweight division, and I don't have any confidence. I'm very happy for Marlon. Truly one of the good guys in the game. Went back home. Remember, I posted. We have that footage, right, of him going back home at the school.
Yeah.
Let's show that to the people. Yeah, I mean, it was incredible. We had this footage of him. This is just a couple months ago. He had this massive media day. All these people there to see him. Tons of media in Ecuador.
Yeah, there it is.
I mean, look at this.
Superstar.
I mean, these are kids coming up to him. Now, do you think they all knew who he was, or do you think someone was like, this is a famous guy, let's get a picture?
Oh,
you never know
like
sometimes,
the fame effect, like everyone starts just mobbing someone.
They just want to put it on their Snapchat.
I don't know, dude. This is Ecuador. This is where he is from.
Right.
I feel like people know who he is.
I wonder how he's going to look, because every time I talk to Cheeto, he looks different. Look at this. I mean, he's just being mobbed here.
I know when I was doing research for the show, I was going back to his Instagram. I like the beard.
The beard is tremendous.
The beard, I think he looks much better with the beard rather than clean shaven.
Yeah. Short hair, beard.
I'm hoping for a bucket hat today. He rocks the bucket hat well.
By the way, impeccable style.
Great style. I love the it's a bold move, but he pulls it off the wallabies with shorts.
Yeah. He's always got like short shorts, baggy shirt.
I love that style. I mean, love the style.
He's the man. But he always looks different. He's like Gary Tonin. Every time I see him, always looks different. I mean, look at this guy. He's holding kids and signing at the same time. Left hand signing, right
this
hand.
This is like actual mobbing. He's really getting mobbed.
He's like Ringo Starr coming home. Now he's out.
Imagine if he comes back with a belt.
It's a whole compilation here. By the way, he looks different here than he did in the previous clip. That's how often he changes his look.
3 hours later.
Yes, now he's got a fade.
He literally got a haircut.
Yeah. It's amazing. Every time I see him, he looks different. Look at this. This guy can't go anywhere. Wouldn't it be great?
It's crazy, man.
I would love it if they played, if they did a show in Ecuador. I don't know what kind of venue situation they got over there.
I feel like that would be tough.
That's the one thing that we don't get enough of in the UFC. Obviously, huge promotion. Everyone comes away looking like a star, but there's not enough of those local shows. And at this point, I mean, he's such a big star, maybe it doesn't make sense, but it would be super cool to see him headline a show over there.
Who else could we put on there? Michael Morales, is he Ecuadorian?
He's somewhere. I'm afraid. I don't want to offend anyone. Get HR on us or something.
He is from Ecuador.
Oh, he is. All right. There's another one from Ecuador too. Another fighter from Ecuador. You know what's funny? So my wife does a lot of shipment stuff from our house. So the same UPS driver comes every day, and he's from Ecuador.
Oh, nice.
And he's a gigantic fan, like hardcore fan of MMA.
Cheeto.
No, of MMA. There's just everything. I would
imagine he likes Cheeto, though.
He likes Cheeto a lot, but we were always talking. So when it comes to a Cheeto fight, then, things get ramped up. But he told me that I think Morales trained with his coach or something like that. Anyway, we always talk about the Ecuadorian MMA scene, and it seems to be booming. But I think there's a female fighter. Is there a female fighter from Ecuador? There's someone from Ecuador that he's always talking about. Morales is a good call. Another one of my picks from a couple of weeks ago. Huge favorite.
Yep.
I don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah, I'm only seeing
those two.
Yeah. UFC did an article, "The future of Ecuadorian MMA is in good hands," and it was Cheeto and Michael Morales. Well, there's your main and co-main right there.
Let's see. Biggest arena in biggest stadium in Ecuador is, it's the football club, 59,000. Let's go.
Someone tuning in for Juliana Pena right now, watching us book UFC Ecuador.
No. This is Dominic Cruz's slot. 59,000 people. Let's go.
There it is. I'm sure it would sell out.
Estadio Monumental Banco Pichinich. Yeah.
I mean, Cheeto signed 59,000 autographs just in that video alone. It'd sell out instantly.
I agree. Here's another article. The 5 biggest stadiums in Ecuador. Let's go.
Let's get deep.
Monumental Banco Pichinich. Modelo Alberto Spencer, 42,000. The White House is there.
That's what it's called?
Yes. 41,000 people. George Capwell, 40,000 people. I mean, they got some big stadiums in Ecuador, just for the record. 35,000 at the Atahualpa Olympic.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at this right now. Most of them are stadiums. Can we do a stadium show, or do we need an arena?
I feel like we could do a stadium show. There's also Capwell. Suffice to say, I mean, I feel like we were very dismissive of UFC Fight Night Ecuador, and I feel like it could actually be a thing.
I'm looking forward to it.
I'm going to get a message from someone on Instagram. How dare you not give Ecuador the respect? I mean, no, we're giving the respect. Just keep listening. Someone just sent me a picture of, you see this picture I'm talking about? Is it Mike? What was the guy's name who fought Huntsucker?
Oh, Corey Moon.
Yeah, Corey Moon. Saying, want to grab an app and drinks at Applebee's with that picture. I mean, come on. How do you put that picture up? Tapology, you did him dirty, all right? Can we not get like a weigh-in picture or something?
Sometimes the Tapology ones are hilarious. All right, it looks like Dom is sizing up right now.
Oh, thank you, Dom.
I'm thinking the same thing. I'm thinking the same thing. Yeah. He's good to go.
You could take a break now. I have to keep going. But we love it.